بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. The seventh hadith. عن همران مولى عثمان بن عفان رضي الله عنه أن عثمان داء بوضوء فأفرغ على يديه من إنائه فغسلها 3 مرات ثم دخل يمينه في وضوء ثم تمدمد واستنشق واستنتر ثم غسل وجهه 3 ويديه إلى مرافقين 3 ثم مسح برأسه ثم غسل كلتا رجليه 3 ثم قال رأيت النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يتودى نحو وضوئي هذا ثم قال من تودها نحو وضوئه هذا ثم صلى ركعتين لا يهدد فيهما نفسه غفر له ما تقدم من ذنبه. On Humran Mawla Uthman bin Affan radiallahu anhu, that Uthman called for water for wudu, and then he poured some on his hands from the vessels and washed them 3 times. Then he put his right hand into the water for wudu, and then he made madmada, rinsing the mouth, and istinshaq, sneezing up the nose, and istinsar, blowing the water out the nose. Then he washed his face 3 times and his arms to the elbows 3 times. Then he wiped his head. Then he washed his feet 3 times, and then he said, I the Prophet ﷺ make wudu similar to this wudu of mine. Then he said, whoever makes wudu similar to this wudu of mine, then he prays 2 rakatain without speaking to himself in it. What has been recited from his sins will be forgiven for him. The 2 narrators, Humran ibn Aban ibn Khalid, he was trustworthy narrator from the Tabi'in, from the prisoners of 4 of the battle at Al-Ain at-Tamr. Uthman radiallahu emancipated him. Then he moved to Al-Basra and died in the year 75 radiallahu anhu. Uthman bin Affan bin Abi al-As bin Umayya al-Qurayshi al-Umawi, the Amir of the believers and the Dari Khilafah of the Muslims radiallahu anhu. He embraced Islam early with the help of Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, and he made 2 migrations. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam married his daughter Ruqayya to him, and when she died he married her sister Kulthum to him. This was called Dun Nurain, the voice of 2 lights. The Prophet ﷺ bore witness to martyrdom for him and gave him the glad tidings of paradise, and he gave the pledge of allegiance of Ar-Ridwan on his behalf with his precious hand. He took position of Khilafah after the Amir of the believers, Umar, by the way of the people of the council, getting him the pledge of allegiance in the first day of Muharram in the year 24. He was killed as a martyr after Asr on the day of Al-Jum'ah on the 8th day of Dhul Hijjah, and he was buried on the night of As-Sabt in the year 35. And his grave is known in the graveyard Al-Baqi radiallahu anhu. The subject of the hadith, clarifying how the Prophet ﷺ made wudu. Explanation of the words. Mawla Uthman, his emancipated slave. Da'a biwudu'i, he requested to make wudu with and al-wudu with al-fataha. On the waw is the water which is used to make wudu, and with damma on it is the actual action of making wudu. فأفرغ, he poured على يده, on his hands, يمينه, his right hand, في الوضوء, with the fatah on the waw is the water which is on the fatah on the waw is the water which is used to make wudu. Tamadmada, he moved the water around in his mouth. Istanshaka, its meaning has been stated in hadith number 4. Istantara, its meaning has been stated in hadith number 4. Wajahu, the face is known, and its border is from the point where the hair of a normal head grows to what descends from the beard, and then chin lengthwise, and from the ear to the ear in width. إلى المرافق. إلى has the meaning of ما with an المرافقين is the dual of mirfaq, and that is the joint separating the bicep from the forearm. مسح برأسه, he passed his hands over it, the head, while they were wet with water. And its border is from the point where the hair grows on the side of the face to face the top of the neck. Nahwi is similar, wudui with the dhamma on the waw because what is intended is the actual action of making wudu. لا يهدد فيهما نفسه, he does not think about something outside his prayer. غفر الله, yani Allah forgives him. Al-maghfirah is to conceal the sins and not take it into account. تقدم, to proceed, his sin, dambihi, yani dambi, his sins. The summary. The companions, may Allah be pleased with them, had the most aspiration of the people for teaching the knowledge in order to spread the sunnah and give sincere advice to the nation. And sincere teaching by action is further to comprehend and gives a more accurate picture and seeps better into the mind. The Amir of the believers, Uthman radiallahu anhu, called for water to make wudu with in order to teach the people how the Prophet ﷺ made wudu. So he started by washing his hands 3 times because they are the tool for washing. Then he made madma and istinshaq and istintar to clean his mouth and nose. Then he washed his face 3 times. Then he washed his arms along with his elbows 3 times. Then he wiped his head. Then he washed his feet 3 times. Then he narrated that he saw the Prophet ﷺ made wudu similar to his wudu. And then he said the meaning is whoever makes wudu similar to this wudu of mine. And then he prays 2 rakah without speaking to himself in it about something outside of his prayer. Allah forgives him what has preceded from his sins as a reward for him for performing his wudu and his prayer well. Benefit of the hadith. The excellence of the Amir of the believers, Uthman, and his eagerness for spreading the knowledge and the Sunnah. Number 2, it is desirable for the teacher to use the easiest means for understanding and comprehending the knowledge. Whoever does an act of worship for Allah and along with that he intends to teach the people, his sincerity is not diminished. The legitimacy of making wudu this way: he washes his hands 3 times, then he makes a madmama and istinshaq and istinhar, then he washes his face 3 times, and then his arms along with his elbows 3 times, then he wipes his head, then he washes his feet 3 times. This is the way the Prophet also made wudu. Observance of the sequence in the lengths of wudu, so the letter is not put before that which precedes it. The excellence of praying 2 rak'atain without speaking to oneself in it after making wudu in the manner that was mentioned. The reward of that is forgiveness of what has preceded from sins, and what are intended by the sins are the minor sins according to the majority of the scholars, and Allah knows best.